Be seated. Members of the Karatu Army, the show began here on the Karatu Orloff Inspirational Network, 5 or more years ago. A few months before the pandemic began this show, I'd seen others on YouTube that showed comic books and toys, and I thought, well, I could do that. And I met others and made friendships, and some of those friendships have lasted, and some have gone by the wayside. Wish that hadn't happened. This channel for the new year, 2025, will change somewhat. I'd like to make it more about the 1950s and 60s, about rock and roll, about monsters, about comic books, about James Bond, about garage rock, jukeboxes, and hot rods. And as I always say, everything that your mother threw away or your teachers confiscated from you. That's the stuff this channel's going to be about. And last night I pretty much resolved just to end this channel. And after a night of reflection, decided not to do that. Why? Because I know what it's like to be alone. My childhood had 2 older brothers, but I was pretty much the only child. My oldest brother was off to college when I was when I started 2nd grade. I only saw him Christmas, maybe a little bit of time during the summer. And my 2nd oldest brother, he was off to college, right when I started 4th grade. So I grew up alone. My father was a colonel in the United States Army. He was a little emotionally distant, kind of like Mr. Spock. And I knew that my mom was always kind of alone. He was a workaholic. And I grew up in kind of a cold environment. God bless them. They're wonderful people. The stuff I collect, comic books and stuff like, plus I look like a damn dork with glasses, zits, and I wonder if I'd grown up in another part of the country. But where I grew up in Arlington, Texas, I was hated, at least until high school when I got contact lenses, and all of a sudden people like me, and I realized just the fact that I have glasses makes me a hated individual. Well, I don't like people like that. They're that shallow. So I got into college, and I meet some what I thought were wonderful friends, a whole bunch of friends that are into movies and collecting and having a good time, and some of those friendships ended with them passing away or them getting stupid by insulting me or my wife on like Facebook because of our political beliefs, because they changed their political beliefs. It became people that I don't agree with. So, man, I pretty much was alone all my life. There was I had a few girlfriends, never married during my early adulthood. Several girlfriends I had lived in other parts of the state or country, and I barely ever saw them, or one I never even met. That's how stupid and pathetic. So I lived the life of a bachelor for many years, and selfishly, just everything was about me, and collecting comics and records and amassing things. And God bless them, my cat Princess and my dog Daisy, my first two pets. And then Pete came along, and those guys were my only companions for about 10, almost 15 years. And then I met my wife, and my emotionally distant upbringing, where I never really ever saw my parents kissing, and just being a adult baby collector all my life, I just think I've been a shitty husband for the last decade or more that we've been married. It's more about me collecting stuff, and my wife and I retired, and then the pandemic happened right before I retired, and then we were living on my retirement, and then my wife said, well, I've got to make some extra money, and I said, well, I don't know anything except what I was doing, and I at the time, I believed that the pandemic was like kind of real. And she says, well, I'm going to go do a job in this restaurant. And then they tortured her there and made her lift heavy, giant things, bottles. And she wound up getting a double hernia because I was not working. And she still has that, she can't get the surgery on that hernia until she loses some weight. And she's lost weight, but she's got health issues, various health issues that we're trying to deal with. And anyway, I started this channel, and I met friends, and I've got some great friends that I met through this channel that are still my friends. But when people come on and start, you can insult me all you want, man, but people come on and start insulting my wife and stuff, that they've learned that I probably shouldn't have shared through this channel, and then my wife's in bed in pain. She was vomiting and everything all through Christmas Eve, I think food poisoning. She's just getting better and just feeling better. And then I'm doing a stream, and some frickin' troll comes on and starts insulting my wife. And she can't escape it. She didn't sign up for this stupid show that I do. And goddamn, so I'm, as far as this show, my marriage takes priority over this show. And when I do a live stream from now on, I'm not going to do a live stream longer than 2 hours. And if you don't have the ability to come on the show and show your face, you're not coming on and talking remotely just with your voice. None of that shit. I do this show for there's about 20 people that watch this show, about 12 to 20 people that are always there. And most of them are older people, and they don't comment. I don't get a lot of comments because most people don't watch this damn show on their phone. That's a young man's game. People that watch my show are older, and they watch it on their television set, and they can't comment, and they're lonely. And I know what it's like to be lonely. I know what it's like to spend an entire summer. It's the job I had. I didn't work during the summer. And, you know, the entire summer without really seeing people, except for the lady at the Taco Bell window when they handed me my food. That's about the only human people I saw, except for my dog and cats. They were more human than human. So I know what it's like to be alone, and I don't want to ever be alone again. And I love my wife more than I could ever explain. And there are times that I forget to buy gifts, and there's times that I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to be a husband or a boyfriend or anything. All I know is how to be a selfish man baby collecting shit. She's tolerated a lot and doesn't deserve this. And she doesn't deserve to be insulted by you out there in television land. She didn't sign up for that. So you direct your attention towards me. And I never meant to insult anyone out there, ever. And when I said that one of the fellow shows that I dearly loved, I said that the people in that chat on that channel sound like nursing home residents talking to each other about, you know, how are their pets doing and how are you doing, and how, and I swear to God, I wasn't meaning to insult them, but they took offense, and I've never been forgiven, and everyone else that made the similar comments were forgiven. I'll never be forgiven. It's fine. But and you probably won't ever forgive me either. But I'm just a human being, man. I don't mean to hurt anyone. I try to be a Christian. I am a Christian. I try to. I make statements. I'll use the Joe Biden word. I use hyperbole. I'd say everyone that started collecting comics after 1980 is an idiot. I don't really mean that. Or I'll say, anyone that likes the character Venom is just a complete dolt. Do I really believe that? No, it's just this. I don't understand Venom. I understand Steve Ditko and John Romita, Spider-Man. I don't accept. It's just my life ended really in the mid 70s, really. That's when my happiness ended. And so I like the comics from the early Bronze Age, Silver Age, Golden Age. I wasn't happy in high school that much. I wasn't happy in college. I've never really been happy. I've hated the modern world. I liked the world back then when my older brothers were still around and my oldest brother was still alive and my parents were alive. I have no family now. My family is the people that watch this show. And last night I promised my wife I'll end this channel. I started taking shows down here earlier this morning, and then I put them back up. And then I think there are people that have told me if it wasn't for your show, I don't know how I'd get by. They really enjoy watching and hanging out. It's like, you know, I'll take you along with me in my car. We'll go to the store. We'll go to the post office. They did that the other day. I'm just trying to have fun, and I'm trying to have friends. And I know I support Donald Trump, so you may want to insult me for that. Fine. I think it's going to be wonderful. For all I know, I'm going to be completely wrong. And I'll be broadcasting to you in the flames when we find out he's the Antichrist and we're all getting 666 put on our forehead. Maybe so. A lot of people seem to be turning on Donald Trump now, saying he's the Antichrist? I don't know. I don't think so. But it's like, well, Kamala Harris was a lot worse. I mean, yeah. But then they say, well, it was all a trick, you know. It was all a trick. It was all an act for them to act like they were worse. In reality, no, I don't think Donald Trump's Satan. I think the other side is the satanic side. But, you know, have I ever been wrong before? Well, to quote Batman in the 1966 TV show, said, gosh, Batman, are you ever wrong? Have you ever, you know, several times, Robin, you know, but I don't know. The hell to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it's but all I can tell you is I love my wife so much, and I try to tell her, and I'm just not affectionate enough. I'm going to be. That's my New Year's resolution. I'm gonna. Sometimes I just come home so tired and I just fall right asleep. I just am such a. I just assume people know how much I love them. I don't tell the audience how much I love you guys. But my wife is all I've got, man. That's all I've got, and I can't lose her over this show. So if this show ever ends, it's like my wife and I are a gang of two. We're gonna stick together. But I'm gonna keep this show going. Because you're not gonna get me down, man. My wife and I are gonna stay strong and together, and we're gonna fight, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed. So, I don't know, man. At ease. So, how are you doing, ladies and gentlemen? It's a beautiful Sunday. What is it, the 29th? But I think David Wilcox is about to come on, man. I'm probably missing him right now. I'm going to start selling a lot of original art in the new year. I'm going to be doing ink drawings and maybe a few paintings. Got to get. I'm going to be doing for Meyer Greenblatt. He bought one of these absolute Batman comics without a cover on, without a blank cover. I'm gonna do a Batman painting on the cover for him, and then he's gonna pay me. I said, I'll do it free for you because of all that you've done for me, and because Meyer Greenblatt's like an older brother to me, even though he's maybe a couple of months older than me, but trust me, he's like an older brother. He's very protective and everything, and I said I'll do it for free, but he's gonna call up Kevin at Gotham City Comics and put some money down and have on my hold stuff I've got on hold there. Hold on a second, I'll be right back. My nose is running. I gotta go. Oh, you fell over. So, gotta feed the dog. So, I don't know. I think anyone that collects comics has probably got a lot of emotional damage. I don't know how you could be just a quote unquote normal person and be a comic collector. There's, we've all got trauma from our past. My parents weren't abusive or anything, but not at all. But I'm not, I've got to get better, man. I'm a few months away, 5 months away from being 60 years old, and it's time for me to start my life now. To start my life. So I'm going to be doing some commissions, and I promised my wife when we moved here that, well, I promised we'd have a house with a bathtub and all. This house has 4 bathrooms. There's not a bathtub in it. There used to be bathtubs, but people take them out because they like the walk-in showers, and so I've got to buy a bathtub and get that installed. I've got to do that. So I've got to. What else do I have to do? Because that will help her health, man. And I'm gonna get. Got to get her. We've got to get another car, not a new car, obviously. And maybe with the new economy coming in, and maybe things will get better. And yeah. But I'm not going to be reading every comment. That if you look vaguely questionable on a live stream, you're just going to immediately be banned and deleted. And it's fine. Oh, boy. Boy. Oh, man, is it? Yeah, I think David Woodcock might have been on for 45 minutes already. I better get that stream on. I can record these cartoons later, but David Woodcock's on live. And you can make fun of me for liking David Woodcock. I just like him. I know a lot of what he says is crazy, but I enjoy watching him, man. He's just fun to watch, and I just enjoy him. He seems like a nice guy. And I hope the next man, this food smells like cigarettes. Is this cigarette flavored? This smells like the ashtrays my dad used to have in his office. My dad smoked Kent cigarettes, and that's what this smells like, man. Is that what salmon is supposed to smell like? This is Burt Ward food. See him there? See, I don't lie to you. But yeah, this smells like the ashtrays. And my dad's, he was in real estate after he retired from the military. And his office, when I'd go in there, smelled like this dog food, man. Horrendous. But we only have 2 more cans after this. And Drew's punishment will be over. She has not liked this food. I need to be quiet because Burt Ward will get mad at me. All I do is make enemies on this channel. But I'm going to cut some Vienna sausages up and put it into the food, and that will make her eat it. Well, I've turned the Christmas tree lights off, you know. Hold on. Whoa. If you're one of the 12 people that's always watching the live stream, oh no, a new one just started? Shit. If you're one of the 12 people that is always watching on the live streams, please put down below that you're one of those people so I kind of know who those people are. There's always 12, at least 12, it seems like. And I'll keep doing this show for you 12.
Well, Tom, did you do a good turn today? That's fine.
Okay. So.
What good turn did you do, Izzy?
Look what I just found. Found this Halloween decoration. How about that? Oh, and I found an original page. I always tell you about this magazine I used to do called The Sophisticate, but I also did a magazine called Sling Rave Corvette. And it was like the Sophisticate magazine, except it's for girls. This is an original page from that magazine. So now that I'm finding some of the original artwork, I can maybe make reprints of these magazines. Some people have been asking. This is an original drawing by Joe Riley, the creator of the Hypnotic Eye, from 1995. He drew this illustration of the Sling Rave Corvette character, this character from, say he even used Zipatone for the dot pattern. And so you can see his whiteout original. That's my handwriting there. It says, finally, after 30 years, I, Sling Rave Corvette, have been given my very own magazine. As a special treat for your readers, here's the first page of the instruction booklet for the 1964 model kit based on yours truly. This was the inside front page, I think, of the first issue. How this ever happened, that all the original pages got scattered and wound up in a big pile of stuff in the garage, I don't know. That's a shame. But maybe I can, between that and the other stuff I've been finding in the basement, maybe I can put that together and do a reprint of that. Let's see, how many years ago has that been? Man, that's 30 years ago. She's talking about 30 years ago I appeared in 1965 as a model kit. And now it's been 30 years since that magazine I did in tribute to Stingray Corvette. And where is my Stingray Corvette? Where are you? Where is she? She should be right here on this shelf. Where is the Stingray Corvette? Is she over here? Man, I hate it when I can't find something. Why wouldn't she just be here? I've got the beetles. I've got an alligator dressed as a beetle. I've got, okay, that's the beach bunny. Oh, I bet the Stingray Corvette is with the rat fink kits in the other room. Yeah. I bet that is the case. No? Oh, this is making me upset. Where? She has to be here. Do you guys see the Stingray Corvette? I'm serious. I can't find her. And I want to be here when this cartoon ends to stop the disc that I'm recording. This is a great playlist. If you look up Thunder Bean Animation. She's back in that room. I just wasn't seeing her. Yeah, I'd planned to do a live stream today. I just can't. I don't have the time. My wife is not feeling well. She's feeling dizzy. In fact, I should be up there right now. See, that's the thing is she's sick and she's up laying there and I'm doing shows and ignoring her, and that's why it's not good. I think she's got some sinus issue that's causing her this morning to be real dizzy. Ooh, I think the Willy Whopper cartoon's about to end. I'm thinking maybe the Stingray Corvette. It's a very small model kit. It's real tiny. It's one of the smallest model kits there is. Okay, so the next one I need to put on is this Walter. Okay, pots and pans. Okay. So we'll come back to that later. And we'll find David Wilcock on here. And then I'm going to go upstairs and watch David Wilcock with my wife. Search. Oh, there it is. David Wilcock. Yeah, this is the guy you click on, David Wilcock. And there he is already live. Today's show is called The Armada of Light.
Absolutely did not. Is that true? Somebody else please look that up and confirm that. That's kind of shocking. I mean, he's my age.
Okay. He's been on for 49 minutes.
You guys are really that insecure? Come on. think I'm not showing up just because I'm like 1 or 2 minutes late? Okay, maybe 4 minutes late, granted. But no, I'm here. Angry Daddy is here too. I'm sure you're gonna see him when the time comes. Woo! We have had quite the winds here, folks. For me to show up for you on this show today in this kind of weather is a huge.
It's supposed to be a very snowy January, they're saying. He lives up in the mountains of Colorado, but it's supposed to be a lot of snow coming here soon.
Started on Friday, and that's when I did the show. So that's when I did the unsealing this time for these amazing.
Okay, now I've started recording David Wilcock. Now I'm going to find Sling Rave Corvette, right Drew the dog, and then we're going to end the broadcast for today. And live streams are not going to be as frequent, and they're going to be shorter. I'm going to try to keep them to 2 hours. So. Okay. Where is... Oh, there she is. I didn't see her, man. This one was... not only did Joe Riley do that illustration, but he built and painted this for me. This is an original Sling Rave Corvette. Get some better light. Probably need a duster. Very tiny model kit. She's supposed to be like the girlfriend of the guy that's drag racing. You know, they're watching the race. Where did I have her? I had her right here, and I didn't see her against this Barbie Catwoman. Man. You guys probably saw her when the first time I panned across and had been trying to say, "You moron, go back to 26 minutes and 47 seconds and you'll see her." Well, I found her. Oh, look, little, I could put this on the Christmas tree. I don't even know what this is. This somehow came into my possession. The bottom it says League of Legends. What the heck I should say is that? Here's a Phantom of the Opera in his little boat. I think this came from like a Burger King meal or something. Here's a ski mask. I might need that, man. Okay, well, fantastic. So we found, I'll put the ski mask on top of this vacuum cleaner. Okay. Is this like a squishmallow? I don't know what that even is. Okay, I'm looking for a... may have taken him upstairs.
That's pretty heavy. I've got my wild, crazy hair, like I played around with an electrical outlet and shocked myself.
Okay, well, we'll just keep that there. We'll put it on the tree later. Okay.
We're doing a pretty wild,
We're going to make some ham and some tamales. We were going to make it for Christmas, but now it's almost time for New Year's. I think 2025 will be a great year. Oh, this is the book I was wanting to take upstairs and read. I got my reading glasses. And I got to meet this guy, man. I got to get him on the show. This guy that puts out this Monster Bash magazine has put out this book called Flashback, Monsters, Music, and Comic Books. Ron Adams remembers a kid's life. And this is what I want to read. It's my next adventure into reading.
Are you ready for the ultimate disclosure? Says get your money out of politics, no louts. So are you ready for the ultimate disclosure? Yeah, I mean, dude, this is, I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm just really, really excited all the time. Yeah, there's problems going on. There's things that annoy me that I'm having to wrestle with right now. But part of what's so weird is...
I want to get this video to exactly 47 minutes in honor of the 47th president and in honor of the number 47, which my friend Tom Ranoni always told, one of those friends I met in the mid-'80s, always told me, 47 is in every great movie. And then we'd watch a movie and someone would say the number 47, and he'd jump up in the theater seat and say, 47! And everyone around him would think he was crazy, but... apparently, there's some significance to it. It's if you look it up on the internet, 47 really is a thing. So, anyway, this channel's gonna keep going. No one's gonna. But I'm gonna have to be a little bit more. Conscious of immediately banning and deleting any people that come on there anonymously trying to troll. That's our goal in the new year. Plus, we'll have, is that a Saturday Night Live joke? We'll have more cowbell in the show. It's my great-great-great-grandparents' cowbells from the farm in Texas. The farm that, when my grandfather on my mom's side passed away, my dad sold that farmland to the person that was the tenant farmer on it. And then later, I think they built a subdivision on it. So if my dad had held on to it for a few years, he would have had millions of dollars. But then he just didn't want, he was moving to Fort St. Louis in Washington State. He'd gotten orders, and he just needed to be rid of that burden of having a bunch of farmland that I guess he'd have to pay taxes on. I'm not going to question the decision that my father made. My parents were wonderful people, and my dad was just a little bit kind of Vulcan. I'm not telling you that my childhood was bad. It's just I seemed to be alone a lot. Like a lot of people that probably collect comics. I don't know. Maybe there are people that don't have a lot of emotional scars that collect comics, but I doubt it. It's a very... I think it's kind of like... At some point, maybe in the 70s, collecting comics became a very ugly thing. I think if you go back in time, just about every kid read comics. It was like chewing gum as part of childhood. It's like riding a bike. But at a certain point, comic books became a very negative thing. It's probably when they became all superhero, pretty much, I guess. But there used to be comics for girls and boys and all kinds of different comics. It's a shame, but yeah, I'm just going to wait till we get to 47 minutes. It just call me superstitious. I'm just worried about what they're going to do. They're now planning to try to not certify Trump in early, hell, that's January 6th is the date, right? That's like next week.
Yes, I'm going to have to use chronocloning so everybody
So,
can meet me who wants to
whatever.
I don't know how else we're going to do it. Santa Claus Paradox, Thought about it a whole bunch. Kenneth Bates, Good versus Evil.
So, if you'd like to commission me to do some drawings for you, I'll be glad to do it. And I will, well, it's not like I'm not going to be super expensive like Frank Frazetta or something. But anyway, we're going to try to get this exactly at 47 minutes. Let's see if we can do this. All right.
There was a girl in my program.
Come on. David Wilcox sometimes thinks he's funny, but he isn't. But when he gets more serious, then he's far more entertaining, trust me. Okay. You guys are thinking I'm crazy for watching him now, aren't you? Of course you are. All right. 52. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.